And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at a game from Queen called Tortuga. Now, Tortuga is a piratey type game in which players are going to be rolling dice and using the results of those dice to get treasure chests. It's a very simple game. We're talking a family style game with some really beautiful components and a bit of a piratey twangy theme to it. Here we go. To win this game, you need the most gold at the end of the game, like any good pirate. At the end of the game, and that's when one person has 6 treasure chests or more in Tortuga, each treasure chest that you have here is worth 3 coins, then 2 coins if you have it here, and 1 coin if you have it in this area here. You're also going to get extra coins from finding treasures in these here. And the different treasure chests, different colors, if you have a yellow, red, and blue over here, that's a bonus of 3 points. There are also white treasure chests. Those are wild, so they count for any color. And then there's also purple treasure chests. And purple treasure chests will count for double points where they are. So it would be 6, 4, and 2 for the purple treasure chests. Now the way you're going to go about doing all this is players have a shield here that they're going to be rolling dice behind each turn of the game. Now when players roll these dice, each of the dice are different. And in fact, if you take a closer look here, this shows you what's on the different sides of the dice. The dice are labeled A, B, C, D, E. And so this one has a 1 ship down to a 5 ship. This is a 5 treasure chest, then 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on every one of them, but it's matching a different symbol. Now, when I roll the dice, let's say I roll the dice here, I have some options that I can take. I must keep one of the dice. So I could keep just the 5 sword if I want it. I could keep just the 5 ship. It's up to me. I could also keep multiple dice. I could say I'll take the 5 and the 4. I can also take these skull and crossbones and change it to whatever I want. So I could say, I'm going to take a 4 cannon. Or I'm going to take a 3 ship and keep the 5, 4, and the 3 ship. Now, once everyone has picked the dice they're going to keep, you reveal, and players are going to place the dice into their area. If you pick ships, you'd place them here. If you picked the crewmen, you'd place them here. And if you pick treasure chests, you'll place them here. There's no limit to the number of dice you can have in an area, except here. You'll notice there's a little ship marker here that's at this spot, and this dude is at this spot. That means you can only place 2 dice in each of these areas. You're going to have to move the ship over to be able to place more dice there, because there's a spot for 1 die each. Then, after everyone has placed your dice, you're going to roll again, and you will continue to do this. Now, once all your dice are on the board, then if someone else is still rolling, each time someone else still rolls, you'll take a bonus coin, and you'll put it in one of the 5 spots. Or you'll take a bonus coin you have in that spot and flip it to the 2 side. Now, after everyone has done this, and all the dice are out, starting here in the top left, you're going to go through each of the 5 areas and resolve them. You'll take all the numbers on the dice and add them together, plus any possible bonus that's there. And whoever has the most, and ties are broken with the start player going clockwise, whoever has the most ships is going to move this token over 2 spots. Second most moves it over 1 spot. Whoever has the most sailors is going to move the sailor token over 2 spots. Second most 1 spot. Whoever has the most treasure chests is going to pull a random treasure from the bag and place it over here on their island. And they also get to draw 2 of these tokens, take a look at them, and keep 1. Well, obviously I'm going to keep the 3 there. Second place just gets to draw 1, and that's what you get. Haha, they got a 1. The cannons and the guns are used to attack other players and steal their treasure chests. Whoever has the most cannons here is going to be able to attack another player and steal any treasure chest that they have on their ship. If no one's going to have any at the beginning of the game, so that's probably not worth it. And when you attack that person, not only that, they're going to move down 1 from you attacking them. If they have at least 1 cannon of their own, then you, when you attack them, will also lose 1. Whoever is second place in this regard will get to attack someone, but they must attack someone different than the first player did. The same thing happens over here, except here you attack on land. When you steal, you'll place it in the same area. When you steal, you'll place it on your island. Now, after everyone has done all this and the different tokens are moved and such, then players are going to each draw a new treasure chest, place it on their island, and then move everything. So if I have something here, it moves to the ship. If I have something on the ship, it moves to Tortuga. If I have things on the island, they move here. But you can only have as many treasure chests as far over as your guy is. So if he moves down to 1, you can only have 1 treasure chest. The extra treasure chests are put onto this island in the middle of the table. But if there's already a red treasure chest here, and I was discarding a red treasure chest, I would throw it into the bag. The second place for the attackers using the cannons and the swords, they will get to take one of these if there's one available and stick it on their island. And that's it. As soon as somebody has, you start a new round rolling dice and such. As soon as someone has 6 treasure chests or more, you stop the game at the end of that round and you score up. The idea of rolling dice behind your shield is something that's interesting. It's fun to roll those and then decide what you have. And I really like the fact that the different dice were printed here on the shield, so you didn't have to like flip the dice over to see, okay, what's a better result for this. And usually you want to keep 3s, 4s, and 5s, not the 1s and 2s at the same time. You know, where are you going to place the dice? Are you going to try to have something in everything? Are you going to really concentrate on one thing? And it's not fun, you know, when you really concentrate on something and you come in third. But the game has a lot of interaction, obviously, with players stealing from one another. I had some people who were wondered, you know, if you roll dice behind the shield, obviously people can cheat then and change your dice. But if you have that concern, you probably shouldn't be playing with those people in the first place. As I said, the dice and everything else is very high quality. I like the little treasure chests, even if they did steal them from Wallenstein and Shogun. But the game has this really cool look to it. Now, there is no question that the game is very simplistic. There's not a lot going on. You're basically doing a few actions, and that's fine. I mean, that's the focus point of this game. It's easy. You roll dice and you see what happens. You know, this back and forth. It is a bit in your face-ish. Which I mean here is, I'm going after you, I'm going to take your stuff, and there's possibilities in every game for king making to occur where one person on the final turn can basically pick one of 2 players who they're going to attack, taking that player's treasure chest and letting the other player win the game. That's a very high possibility. Definitely have seen that. And some people aren't going to like the fact that they're working hard to move their treasure chests and someone just keeps stealing them from them every single round, it seems. Now, you get 2 treasure chests up there, you're fine, because they can't steal more than 1 from you. Once someone attacks you, someone else can't attack you, so there's that. And I think that's a good rule. It keeps people from ganging up on other people. But it does present an interesting dilemma. Let's say I'm playing with Jason and Bob, and I want to steal from Bob, but Bob got second place. So if I attack Bob, he'll attack me, probably in revenge. But Jason has this really good treasure chest. So if I attack Jason, that leaves Bob no choice but to attack me, or maybe Sam. So should I attack Bob or Jason? Or should I attack, you know, there's some interesting concepts there, and I guess in every game I played, there's like almost a hint of negotiation. I'll attack him if you attack him, and then we want to attack each other. Right? Okay, I don't know if that's supposed to be in the game, but it is an interesting dynamic that happens. But I might be reading too much into this. This might simply just be a game where you roll dice. I liked it. It's going to be compared a lot to Dice Town, which also rolls dice with a Western theme. I think Dice Town is far superior to this one, but this one might fit a niche where it has the cool little piratey theme, and it's very easy to teach and fun for families to play. If there was one thing I didn't like about the game, I thought this whole red, yellow, and blue treasure chest, if you get all 3, you get extra points. That makes no thematic sense, this whole set collection thing. And it had some really weird things with, oh, he has a yellow one, I'll steal. It just, I don't know, that took me out of the theme the slightest bit. Other than that, a fine game, and I think a lot of folks will like it. Tortuga.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.